you so much. Please, sir. Please, Manish. Thank you, King Khan, for coming to Delhi to launch his song today with us. We have the fans. These are the contest winners who are upstairs. They've been waiting for you. We have the entire media here. Thank you. And we have all our media friends here who've been waiting to have some Q&A with you. So we'll start the Q&A session now.
I'll just say good evening to everyone there. Thank you very much. बहुत शुक्रिया and also thank you for being here and thank you PVR and Priya, which is an integral part of my growing up. जब हम दिल्ली में बड़े हो रहे थे तो ये थिएटर अनअफोर्डेबल था हमारे लिए. जब बहुत बड़ा कोई एक ऐसा मेरे साथ तो खैर नहीं हुआ ऐसा, लेकिन हमारे दोस्त जब फाइनल उस गर्लफ्रेंड को डेट करते थे जिससे शादी करने वाले हैं तो प्रिया थिएटर में लेकर आते थे. So it's a very big lover spot here for us.
प्रिया लाते थे और हॉट चॉकलेट फज निरुलाज में जरूर खाते थे.
That meant proposal for marriage. So it's wonderful to be here. Thank you all of you, of all who participated, who won. And thank you. Thank you. That's extremely kind. Thank you. And I would not, Manish I've known for years as a friend, as a director, and he's made some beautiful films before the one that we just did now. Fan, and I'd like to thank him very personally because जब मैं दिल्ली से मुंबई गया था तो मुझे ऐसा हमेशा लगता था कि मैं कोई दिल्ली का लड़का, दिल्ली का लौंडा कुछ प्ले करूं फिल्म के अंदर, लेकिन मुझे मौका नहीं मिला अपना दिल्लीपन दिखाने का. एंड ओवर द इयर्स मैंने बहुत सारे एक्टर्स को देखा और मैं बहुत जेलस और एनवियस होता था, मोर देन जेलस एनवियस, कि मुझे मौका नहीं मिल रहा. सो विद दिस फिल्म देयर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट मनीष गॉट मी टू डू. पहला ये कि मुझको उसने एक दिल्ली का कैरेक्टर दिया और आयरनी ये है कि 25 साल में मुंबई रह के मैं थोड़ा सा जो डायलेक्ट है दिल्ली का भूल गया था, तो फिर याद करनी पड़ी हम दोनों को. मनीष भी दिल्ली का है और इसलिए जो हमने ये सिलसिला शुरू किया है, हमने शूटिंग भी फिल्म की बहुत सारी यहाँ पर की है और सिलसिला इसलिए शुरुआत किया हंसराज कॉलेज में जहाँ हम दोनों पढ़े हैं. और मैंने अपनी डिग्री नहीं ली थी 28 साल से, तो वो भी आज मुझे मिल गई, तो मैं ग्रेजुएट हो गया हूँ ऑफिशियली, पढ़ा लिखा हो गया हूँ. और मनीष की अभी भी नहीं दी, उनको पता नहीं है ये पास हुआ था कि फेल, तो डिसाइड कर रहे हैं. तो मैं उसका शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगा कि मुझे अपनी रूट्स पे दिल्ली में लाकर ऐसा कैरेक्टर प्ले करने का उसने ही थॉट आई वाज गुड इनफ टू डू इट. एंड ये जो फिल्म है ये बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेशल है क्योंकि ये सिर्फ एक कहानी खूबसूरत नहीं है या उसको बनाने में मुश्किल नहीं है, बट टेक्नोलॉजिकली जो इसमें विजुअल इफेक्ट्स यूज़ हुए हैं, जो मेकअप यूज़ हुआ है, आई थिंक दुनिया में कहीं पर नहीं हुआ है. तो इंशाल्लाह आप सबको पसंद आएगी. और पसंद की बात यह है कि हिंदी फिल्में जो है दे विल बी समथिंग टू लुक up to in terms of where we can go with visual effects, where we can go with makeup, where we can go with the vision that Manish has. So thank you Manish and thank you Delhi for like वो भी सही है, वो भी ज़रूरी है. So thank you very much for loving me so much and before मैं प्रेस से मुखातिब हूँ या उनसे बात करूँ, मैं आपको सिर्फ ये कहूँगा कि ये गाना फिल्म में नहीं है, ये प्रमोशनल वीडियो है. फिल्म में बहुत ही अलग किस्म की फिल्म है, बहुत खूबसूरत अलग किस्म की फिल्म है. उम्मीद है सबको पसंद आएगी. हम दोनों को नहीं मालूम सबको कैसी लगेगी, लेकिन लगता है बहुत दिल से बनाई है. At this point, this song won't be in the film. It's a promotional video. इसके बाद ये मैं clarification नहीं दूंगा. We have told the truth and now may everything rest in peace. क्योंकि बाद में पूछें गाना फिल्म में क्यों नहीं है, टाइटल्स में आएगा नहीं आएगा, ये अभी है, जब तक आएगा तब तक आएगा. और ये एक फैन जो किसी को बेइंतहा प्यार करते हैं, फैन स्पेशली एक मूवी स्टार को, लेकिन हम कभी अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड के, कभी अपने भाई के, कभी अपनी बहन के, अपने माँ के, अपने बाप के, अपनी बीवी के, अपने दोस्तों के, हम बेइंतहा प्यार करने को भी फैनेटिक लेवल तक प्यार करना कहते हैं. तो आप ये किसी के लिए भी गा सकते हैं कि हाय रे जबड़ा हो रे जबड़ा. मेरी स्पीच पूरी हो गई, तो मैं कुछ बोलना हो तो पहले बोल दो. दिल्ली तक आया हूँ तो वहां पर भी पहुंच ही जाऊंगा.
नहीं आया तू गलत प्रमोशनल इवेंट पे आ गया दोस्त
मैं बस यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि it was a great moment for both of us as well that we got to see the song on big screen because I think that is one opportunity which is not going to hold true after this. So yeah, first thing first, the bigger idea of this song is to enjoy Shahrukh Khan in a new avatar after the tremendous body of work that he has had, and we are trying to present him in a new roop, as they say. And we thought कि उसके बारे में एक celebration में गाना ज़रूर होना चाहिए to enjoy Shahrukh as Gaurav. And of course, talking about all of you guys and all your emotion of being a fan. So this is for all the Gauravs who are sitting out there, and hence the song. And of course, somewhere the idea was to present to you in terms of visual effects wise what we have created with Gaurav. I think that communication needs to go through. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you listen to it again and again, and I guess it just works for you guys in terms of being a fan of anybody, not only Shahrukh. I would like to believe all of you are a fan of Shahrukh, and maybe some of you are waiting to meet Salman, but then that should not come in the way. I think we should shift it to there.
आएंगे शाहरुख सर वहां पे भी आएंगे अभी अब थोड़ा सा हम अपने मीडिया दोस्तों के साथ भी वो अभी जैसे उन्होंने बोला थोड़ी बातचीत कर लें फिर उसके बाद ऊपर भी आएंगे थैंक यू और नाउ विल स्टार्ट द Q&A
welcome back to Delhi. Welcome back to Delhi. Congratulations. What I am asking you, the film is more than 2 hours. The duration of the film, more than 2 hours. Is it so?
Yes, the film duration is 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm sorry, I don't think I can hear you properly. Sorry.
So the film duration is more than 2 hours. Now the question is the scene, the visual scenario. What I just looked at here is enough good. What is the content of the film, and how do you proceed it to more than 2 hours? What is the subject? What is the content, and what is the storyline?
I'm really sorry. I think I've gotten half of your question. I think there's some audio issue.
What I'm telling to you, what is the content of the story? What is the storyline, and what is the cinematographic, the visual subject?
See, in terms of the content of the story, I think we will be in a better position to talk about it once the trailer is out. But I guess how the title suggests itself, I mean, it is a story of a fan. Fan does stem from the gullies of Delhi, and somewhere there is a sense of journey in the film where he wants to go to Bombay and meet his idol. I think at this moment I can share that much, but once the trailer is out, the content and the story that you're asking, I think it will be much more clearer. And in terms of cinematography, what? See, I think when we talk about visual effects or the visual part of things, it's more to do with what we have done with Gaurav's character, with Shahrukh's persona, how we have altered a few things, which actually has not been done even worldwide so far. So there's a lot of effort and a lot of planning that has gone into it. So that's what the visual effects part of it that we are talking about. But we'll come to the story once we release the trailer. Right now, it's all fun and games of fanhood and enjoying that emotion.
Good evening, Mr. Khan. Question is, was there anybody you were such a crazy fan of? And what has been the craziest fan story in your life so far?
Not to the extent that we have shown in the film. When the film comes out, you'll understand. But that's a. But I've heard of people, I've seen people around me who have been fans of not only actors. As far as liking is concerned, there were 2-3 people I grew up really loving and trying to read. There was no internet. So to be able to read about someone that you liked or got to see a picture or collect a picture, I think one would be Mr. Milkha Singh. I really loved the stories of his and how he was a champion. My father used to tell me, then I tried to read as much. So he is one person I was a big fan of. The second would be Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. I was into sports, so I liked his being a little brashy and bratty and still being so good at his sport. Of course, all of us growing up were Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's fan, so I was one of them too. And yeah, these 3 people. And strangely, because I was a sportsman, I had mostly sporting people that I was fan of. Sunil Gavaskar sahab, and Bruce Jenner, who's become Caitlyn Jenner now. So I'm very glad that me and my daughter both know him, or her, as well, because I never thought my children will be introduced to Bruce Jenner in a different avatar. Kind of like fan actually, that I'm being introduced in a different avatar after 25 years. But yeah, these were the people. I may have missed out few. I loved reading about and even got the opportunity to meet Mother Teresa. But in terms of just as a youngster watching sportsmen and actors, these were the people I was a big fan of. And Michael J. Fox. And Peter Sellers.
Mr. Khan, hi. My question to you is, you had said that you felt like a schizophrenic while shooting this movie. Why so?
You should ask him. It's very awkward that most of the time, like Manish has watched my films closely before making this film, and perhaps even otherwise, being a Delhi boy, there is even though I'm saying it, I don't say it with arrogance, but a lot of people get inspired in the same city that one person makes it big from. So, he was one of those boys, and he went on, finished his college here, then went on to his master's in film in America, came back and has made such beautiful films. But it was very strange because, he would take patches and scenes out of my own film and then say, we have to do this, and I would do it, and say, yaar, sir, वैसा नहीं हो रहा ये. And I'm like, वैसा कैसा? मैंने तो किया, ऐसा ही किया है मैंने. नहीं sir, वैसा नहीं है ये. So I was trying to do me as good as he thought I was after seeing the same scenes that I have already done 20 years ago. So it was very difficult, like if I'm doing a new scene, Manish would tell me this is not right. I would fully respect it. But ये तो मैंने ही किया है, और ये तो मैंने ऐसे ही किया है. So it was most nerve-wracking, and I was very nervous. I'm not being able to do what I did 20 years ago. That is really, really shameful. And then second part was that he has a very clear idea of what Gaurav should be. The film is about Gaurav Chandna, and he's a 24-year-old look-alike of another film star, and it's his journey to meet him. And he had a very clear idea of that. So, and I'm playing the film star also. So it was really awkward to be in, somebody just asked me, as a matter of fact, after seeing the trailer and the message, how does it feel to kiss yourself? So it's like that. It's like, how do you kiss yourself? It's a little difficult to kiss yourself on your cheek. So it's very schizophrenic in 2 people like, but very difficult and very interesting. And I hope, because he was very clear about some scenes. I can say this, in 25 years of work that I've done in films, there were approaches in a scene which I had not thought of. I always normally know 4 or 5 ways to do a scene, and a director can pick one of them and help me with it. But he knew a 6th or 7th way, which was very heartening. I mean, once the film comes out, I can talk more about it. But the 3-4 scenes, which I never even thought a human being can think like this for this character. And that was very strange, because I am playing me, and I'm not being able to think like me. And there's somebody else telling me how it is, and it seems righter than what I thought. So it was very schizophrenic and strange. And some of the shots for VFX, you have to do it on the same day. So you're playing the superstar and you're playing a super fan. So it was quite odd. And, yeah.
What would you do if you met your lookalike? someone like that? What would your reaction
We did meet actually a lot of lookalikes.
You meet a lot of them actually.
Yeah, we meet
On a
met
regular basis.
Met a lot of them, and I'm happy that they are so good looking.
Thank you.
I'm just so lucky.
I'll request all our contestants to, all the winners to please sit down and enjoy the conference. Yes, he is the best and we all know that. Please, I'll request everyone to please take your seats and enjoy the press conference, please. And please be quiet.
Shahrukh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Denzel.
Hi, Denzel, how are you?
I'm good. Shahrukh, my question to you is, I was at outside Manat on your 50th birthday, and I saw the obsession that a fan has for Shahrukh Khan. They waited all night, they waited all morning, some of them were there till the evening. What do you have to say about an obsessive fan, and is your character in this movie obsessive?
Then to me, I cannot imagine how people like me so much. I just came from Hansraj, from the Delhi University. We had 20 to 25,000 people there, waiting since 11 o'clock, and it's very humbling. And I cannot understand what is it that they would hold on so tight to me for. And when a film of mine is not able to provide that kind of, because that's the only way I can be in touch with people, when it doesn't provide that happiness to someone, I take it very personally and very sadly. I'm like, it's not about the business or whatever. How could I go wrong and let down so many people? So I think obsessiveness is a big responsibility. You know, if somebody loves you obsessively and you allow that and you feel happy with that, it's a big responsibility. And in a very strange sense, you know, if someone obsessively loves you and you are allowing that to happen, you got to just play along, and you have to believe that you have to cater to every obsession. You know, if they want you to be, तुम अगर दिन को कहो दिन तो हम दिन कहेंगे, रात को अगर दिन कहो तो हम रात कहेंगे, whatever. You have to just change everything around and be like this. So I can't deny that it's not a great feeling, but I don't know how it has happened. And I'm very scared to think that so many people love me and I don't know what I do to gain that love. I mean, I don't know what I've done to be able to be there.
All you need to do is look at the balcony upstairs.
Okay.
Hi.
We'll take last two questions now, please.
Hi, Shahrukh. My question to you is, you must have heard about the kidnapping of a Snapdeal
Ma'am,
employee
we
recently.
should, please, we will
Sir,
request you to
sir,
stay
sir,
to the
please,
film
one question,
only.
ma'am.
It is related to
Sir.
the idea of fandom.
No, this is not.
No, because I just want to ask him what are his ideas, or what do you think is the impact celebrities have on their fans? It might be good as well. So it might be negative, it might be positive, but they do have an impact on the psychology of their fans. Would you like to elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, I have never really understood. There's a young girl in Germany who was suffering from some kind of ailment, I think some kind of a palsy, and she could not walk, and she would not eat. And many years ago, she came to my house, and I found it very awkward and strange that, you know, her parents should bring her all the way from Germany. And she said, I'll be able to walk when she meets me, and she did. She's married, she has a kid now, and I still can't believe it happened because of me. It must be the doctors, it must be the medication. But I think people that you like this, from whichever field, it could be personal, family people also, your brother, your sister, but there is a strange amount of love that you share with some people, or feel you need someone to give you that one extra fillip of life. So celebrities can have an amazing impact on lives without even realizing it sometimes. More often than not realizing it. I wouldn't know about this could happen, but she got up and she walked, and she's married now, has a kid. And I have about 50 to 100 instances like this that I can narrate when I meet people. I don't talk about it because these are personal incidents. But yeah, I think we never even realize how close we get to people's minds and hearts over the years, to the work we do for us maybe at times. See, I've been there long enough to meet a lot of people. But you know, when you become a star, you don't realize you're busy, you're doing your stuff, and you don't even know how people react to your every move. Yesterday I was coming from Ahmedabad, from the airport, and there must be a 55, 60-year-old lady who just lay down on the ground and said, it's my life ambition to make, you are my brother. And she tied me a Rakhi, a gold Rakhi she tied me. And she said, all my life I waited to tie you a Rakhi, and I've always thought you're my brother that I didn't have. And I didn't know her existence till yesterday, and her son was there, 16, 17-year-old kid who said, my mom is so happy she's met her brother today, and she always told me that you're her brother. Obviously, there must be a lot of things that affect people when they watch someone they love, and positively, and hopefully less negatively. I think our work does affect people in more ways than we thought the work is actually going to affect them. We make a film, we tell a story. I think no filmmaker makes a story to incite or change anybody's life negatively. I think truth is stranger than fiction, and films at the end of it are fiction. So truth is stranger than fiction. Most of us derive our stories from what we see in our lives, our experiences, our emotions. And many a times people get affected in a positive way, and sometimes, negatively. And that's sad, because I think no filmmaker or storyteller wants to incite people into doing something wrong. And it's unfortunate. So when you talk about Dar as you wanted to, I think it's a love story of an obsessive man who would give his life for the loved one. And he does. It is never meant to in any which way incite into a negative feeling. And at the end of it all, it's just a film. It can't change your life, that's what we think. But having lived this for 25 years, I realize our films do touch, our being who we are does touch and change a lot of lives and affects them.
Shahrukh, you're a
Shahrukh,
superstar in real life. You're a superstar in real life. How easy or difficult was it for you to blend into the character of Gaurav Bansuri?
See, I won't say it's easy, because yes, being a movie star and going about your work every day like I do, it does take you away from the real world for a long time. So I would just have to thank Manish and his whole team actually. They had this wonderful understanding of what Gaurav is going to be. As a matter of fact, 50% of what you see Gaurav is a physical transformation by the prosthetics and the VFX that has been done. And I think if it's possible to say that, 100% what Gaurav is what Manish's vision is. And I'm sure still, and I would say it openly today because it's the first conference we're having for fan, that I don't think I have done 100% what Manish may have wanted. Because he was very clear about it. So I think I may have got a lot of it right. I may still have fallen short, but I can take credit for a lot of characters that I've played in my life as an actor and say, I put it in and I did this. But I know this for a fact that if there was no guidance from Manish in this film, I don't think I would have been able to do it. I understood just the superficiality of a fan before Manish told me how in-depth and how well understood this character was. And I hope I've done it. If I've been able to achieve what Manish wanted it, then I think it's very close to the character. But having said that, I had no idea what I was doing really. I was just hoping and following instructions and wishing that I could act it out as well as he wanted me to.
Shahrukh, can I? Hi, Shahrukh. Hi, I'm a big fan of yours, and since the film is about a fan, let's ask a question about your fans. You have die-hard fans out here. Any crazy fan moment that you remember, that it was so crazy, so out of the world that you actually remember? Any crazy fan moment that you remember? Or maybe have you ever been intimidated by a fan through, because of his mails or SMSs or anything like that?
No, I've not been intimidated by fans. A fan means they love you. Yeah, some fans are. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, I've never been intimidated by a fan, but some of them are really big, and so when they hug me and all, then I get completely squeezed by them. That's a bit of a problem, yeah. Are you big? But there have been a lot of moments, yeah. I had, I don't know, I think it was 3 years ago, and on birthday, what happens is in Mumbai, all the... Oh, yeah. So, but, let me just answer that. I'll just finish off answering her 1 second. Okay, I love you, darling. We are going to do
That's
this.
okay, Kashish. Please take your seat.
Kashish.
As I said, let him just.
ये हम कोशिश करेंगे अभी करेंगे हम करेंगे बहुत पूरी जिंदगी पड़ी हुई है प्यार करने के लिए हमारे पास बिल्कुल फिक्र मत राइट हियर राइट नाउ वी कैन डू इट बेबी
Okay, we'll take 2 more questions and after that, yeah, please.
Yeah, so I've had, like, I'll just tell her, there was one gentleman 3 years ago at my birthday when people came to wish me and all, and he quietly squeezed himself in, and he hid himself part of the house, and I found him again at 5 in the morning, but it had rained really heavily that day, so poor guy was drenched. And he was very sweet. Of course, you know, people get scared and say, "Hey, kuch karne aa gaye." He wasn't like that. But the funniest fan I've had, and I've got some very intense stories also, but for me the favorite story of a fan is one night a person entered a house, he took off his clothes, jumped into a swimming pool, swam, wore his clothes, and when he was going out, the security and he said, "Go no, go no," and they caught him. He said, "कुछ भी नहीं है, मेरे को शाहरुख खान के स्विमिंग पूल में नहाना था, मैं नहा लिया और अब मैं जा रहा हूँ। मुझे और कुछ नहीं करना था, मैं उनका बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ, उनके वहाँ पे नहाना था जहाँ वो नहाते, अब मैंने कर लिया है और अब मैं जा रहा हूँ." And then I was called down and I found it extremely, I think, endearing and really amusing. So I just gave him a hug and he wasn't like photo लेना कुछ नहीं सर, बस नहाना था, नहा लिया, हो गया, अब मैं जा रहा हूँ. I think those are more recent fans.
Yes, sir.
I'll come
We'll
back to
take,
you.
we'll take your question, please.
We'll take a couple of more, yeah.
Good evening, sir. My name is Parag. First of all, दुनिया के सबसे बड़े सुपरस्टार का सबसे बड़ा फैन मैं हूँ.
Thank you, Parag.
Sorry. Sir, my question is, there are millions and millions out there who want to meet Shahrukh Khan, they want to shake hands with him, get a photograph click, and obviously it is not possible. And I'm one of the fans, I want to meet you, I want to get a photograph click, I want you to know that I'm the second best in the world when it comes to spreading arms. So what would you like to say to all of those who, and maybe you don't have an idea how much bad they feel, how badly they want to meet you. So what is the one thing that you would like to tell each one of them?
I honestly, I do, a lot of people think I do live shows and appearances for business. But more often than not, when I go for my tours, in spite of my injured leg and a lot of other injuries, I should not be doing it. I'd only do it so that I can at least meet some of the people who've loved me so much. Whenever I get an opportunity like this, or if I'm in public, I've been shooting on the roads in Kutch and Ahmedabad. So if I get a chance, I'd like to meet everyone. And I give it my best shot. And I know it's not possible. And but through my work, I just like to tell everyone that whatever I do at this point in time as a film actor, I'm sure even in a younger way, Manish, whatever we do is to be able to touch lives and, you know, make everyone happy who's liked our work. And that's the best an actor can do. And I wish I could meet everyone. And inshallah, there will be a time that I can meet everybody.
Yeah.
Not now, I'll meet you after this.
Last question.
Hi, Shahrukh. How did you manage all that makeup?
Sorry, I can't.
How did you manage all that makeup and look so convincing yet?
Actually, credit should go to the gentleman who did the makeup and Manish's patience and his team and Manu, the cinematographer of the film, because it used to take, you know, it used to take 6 hours to do that makeup. And I'm not the best known for being punctual. On a 9 o'clock shift, I'm not that dedicated person who comes at 5 in the morning. My 9 starts at 11. I have a watch from a different time zone. You know, in spite of all that, they figured out a method. We used to shoot from 2 in the afternoon till about 4 or 6 in the morning. The makeup took 4 hours. Greg, who's done Benjamin Button, and his assistant, they would really work hard on it. And then, you know, when you're shooting, you're restricted by that makeup. So Manish on the go has to change some shots because you thought you'll take this, but makeup looks strange. And also, let me tell you, we finished the film effectively in March. We still haven't seen the whole film with the makeup. So this, what you saw today, is perhaps the most complete one unit with the makeup, and genuinely we have worked really hard to make sure it doesn't look unreal. And then also having to accept the fact that I'm a known face for 25 years. You know, if I was a new actor to change my face, it would be easier. But everybody has known my face for 25 years. To make it look like me, not look like me, younger. I'm 50 years old, I'm playing 24, which is less than half my age. All that, the patience, and the patience goes to the director, because when he's finished the scene, he's seeing a very incomplete version and having to say okay to it. Because it looks really ugly and scraggy and all broken, and it's very sweaty and it's very tiring. But I really have to say that the boys and girls, and there was a very young unit. I'm the oldest. Am I the oldest member in the team?
Yes, sir.
All the team members were very young, and we were here only in Delhi shooting, and they were really sweet to me. So there was a lot of patience. They bore with a lot of my impatience and being angry. It is very irritating. That makeup is very irritating. And then you're having to do songs, and the sweat used to collect inside the makeup. And if you take it off, which took an hour, you can't put it back again till the next 4 hours or 5 hours. So yeah, it was extremely difficult. And then I think Manish found a way. And the funniest was, many a times with that makeup, his parents came on sets one day in Delhi, and some other friends came, and nobody said a word. अरे ये तो कितना young और अच्छा लगता है, healthy लगता है ये तो, So we were like really shocked that they're not even talking about this makeup, and maybe they assume my skin is so bad and that's how it looks. And I used to wear teeth in the film, and I remember I was shooting in Indar Vihar area when we were shooting, and one lady walked, oh, इसके दांत नहीं है, नकली दांत लगाता है सारे के सारे. And I used to keep putting it because those teeth have to be in front, and I remember so many people saying, oh यार इधर फिल्म में की कर रहे हैं ये सब, दांत वांत नहीं है, ये सब लगाता है, नकली दांत है इसके बेचारे के. So, but it was difficult. It was very difficult, especially in the heat.
We'll have last question from PTI. Just
Okay, can I do last 3 questions there? So nahi?
Hi, Shahrukh.
What's it?
Shahrukh here. Hello.
अरे एक मिनट देखो मैं.
Hi, this is Priyanka from PTI.
Yeah.
We read that you're not romancing in the film.
Sorry.
You're not romancing in the film. We've read that. So and you're the king of romance. So did you miss that?
No, I am romancing in the film. And not one. I'm 3 people. I'm romancing the girl opposite Aryan Khanna. I'm romancing the girl opposite Gaurav, and I'm romancing Aryan Khanna himself. I'm romancing him.
A very quick thing from you, like when you were talking about not getting intimidated, but I wanted to know from you that has there been any obsession from any fan which got you a little alarmed or a little scary? That kind of experience has ever happened to you?
No, I'd be very honest, and I'd like to say I know there are a lot of boys who like me, but I find a lot of boys like me, but I find a lot of girls liking me. Girls are not scary. I like girls, so I don't have any issue ever. Boys, the boys who like me are very sensitive and nice boys. So they don't, I don't know, I don't think I have some macho boy fans, go aja yaar aisa. मेरे बड़े अच्छे से फैन हैं यार, सब स्वीट से फैन हैं, कूल हैं, अच्छे हैं, well spoken हैं. So whichever different platforms I've gone to, I find people being quite gentle and nice and sensitive. Actually, I think people become fans of people whose either they want to identify with or they see already a reflection of themselves. I'd honestly say I'm a very common person, and I think my stardom dwells on the fact that I'm extremely ordinary, and I'm just like the regular guy. And maybe that's why my fans are very regular and kind of cool. I'm not like this really awe-inspiring 6'5" strapping, muscular Superman that I should have fans like this. So I've never had fans who scared me really. I've never had a scary fan.
Trailer is already out.
No. 28th.
The trailer will be out on the 29th of 29th.
29th Feb.
Thank you so much.
You'll have to ask him that actually. He had, there were 2 thoughts to this between himself and Adi and everyone. I think you should ask him. I've also wondered. But I think it's just, I think it's nicer this way, but he'll explain to you better.
Yeah, it was just to maintain the sanctity of the script and having a character within, rather than, if Gaurav is a fan of Shahrukh Khan, then I mean it's not as much of a fiction. I mean this film is still a fictional narrative, you know. So just to avoid that, of course, Aryan's journey is completely embodied on Shahrukh's personal journey of his success and stardom and everything else. But I mean, I guess again, once you see the film, things will be much more clearer. But I personally think if it is Shah Rukh Khan and not Aryan Khanna, then we get into the route of, you know, I mean, he's a very known star. You kind of know his ecosystem overall. Then you would want to see those people in the film, and then it's not a fictional narrative that one is trying to make. So yes, somewhere Aryan is a representation of Shah Rukh Khan's journey, but he himself is one of the characters in the film, one of the two.
Yeah, and also I think there were a lot of portions in the film for Aryan Khanna that he has written in a way which perhaps I'm not like in real life. So if you already made him a star, I mean, if you made him based on me, then it would be awkward not to play me. But the character that he had written for Aryan Khanna, I think is a little different from how I am in real life. So it's very important to be playing that character. Of course, we used a house, we used a lot of trappings that you hear because the journey is like mine of Aryan Khanna also, a young guy from Delhi who made it big. But I think it was very important that my personal life also being known a little. You know, if you put me in there, then you have to put all those devices, those things, those moments, and you'd feel cheated if it wasn't there. But Aryan Khanna wants to play it, and Aryan Khanna is quite a personal journey of a superstar. You know, it's not a flamboyant external view of a superstar. It's a very internal journey which you get to see behind the scenes of a superstar. They're like how I would be at home and not outside, or what people think of me outside. And that he had done very well, but it wasn't me, it was somebody else. So we took the trappings of the superstardom or stardom of one actor, which is me namely, but the character is different.
Thank you so much. So can we ask, yeah, for the still picture?
I have one thing. Nobody asked me a question in Hindi this evening. How's that?
हाँ हाँ क्या अब आगे कहाँ जाना देंगे इसको देखो चली बना रही है मैंने बना रही हूँ